How's it going?
How's it going?
Mm, beautifully
Great. How was your live?
fine. It's always quiet at the lunch hour, but it is what it is. Got to get these patient numbers up, and got to be going back and forth to Mexico. So shit costs money. I'm not
Yeah,
about to be dating any American women anytime soon. Fuck that.
yeah, you got to get your numbers up and keep going to Cancun. I need to go with you. I need to help you get your
Well, I
numbers
don't
up.
go to Cancun. I was going to another place, but yeah. No, I can't do it. Like I can't do the dating apps here in America. They're just horrible. Just horrible. I've been in Minneapolis, Chicago. The bigger cities aren't better. In some ways they're worse. So for me, after dating Latinas that are foreign for 6 months, I just can't. I don't think there's any way I could switch up.
It's that bad, or it's that much better.
Yeah, it's that much better.
Wow.
It's just like, yeah. So yeah, it's just first world problems, but
Passport bros.
yeah, seriously. Most of
You're
them go to Colombia, but my thing is I wanted to have like a home base, like a place I could go to. I also wanted to learn the language and stuff, you know, but it's
How
just
is
like
that going? How is that
good.
going?
While I was talking to a girl last night from Mexico, and she's like, "Oh, you've been studying Spanish?" I'm like, "Yeah, every day at 5 o'clock, I go to this bar in town and I just order Diet Coke and I sit in the corner and just do the Spanish AI for 2 hours." She's like, "Okay, great. Talk to me in Spanish." And I'm like, "Oh man. Hola, ¿cómo estás?" You know, a la verga. So it's just if you don't practice and converse, it's really tough to maintain.
It's how long have you been at that?
Well, I've been going back and forth between here and Mexico since November. And see, the thing is, I started going down there because I was teaching some other doctors. I was doing something for a private company down there. But the five doctors that I was training, four of them went to med school in the United States, and the other one went in the UK. So they all spoke English. So I'm like, well, this is fucking great. I'm never gonna get any Spanish practice, And then I'm like, well, wait a minute, yeah, I will, because I'll date. I'm just gonna get on the thought delivery apps, down there, which I did. And in some cases, when you go on dates with girls who don't speak any English, and but yeah, I didn't learn much. I mean, you have to like put effort into it and go out and like order coffee and stuff in the morning and like make an effort to do shit like that if you embed yourself in another culture. Otherwise, you end up just like relying on the chicks.
But what's that like dating a chick that doesn't speak English? How do you guys how do you do that? How do you interact? Do you use an app?
Yeah, you use the translator app or you can just not talk. I like that too.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So, and I mean, you learn how to communicate. A lot of girls in Mexico can speak like, well, some of them can't speak any English at all, but most of them can, they can speak a few words or they can at least understand it. But El Salvador was different. There were chicks that just didn't speak any English at all. It's cool. I like it. It's fun. But anyway, I don't know if that was the topic we wanted to discuss.
No,
I
I
got onto that. Oh yeah, because of the Mexico thing. Yeah.
yeah, did you have a new topic for us today?
No.
Okay. Well, I thought we could talk a little bit about your TRT stuff and the passport bros and how all that's going. And I see you got a few guys that hopped in here already from the live stream.
Yeah.
Can you see those?
I could.
Yeah,
Maybe I will. That's
TBJ,
cool. Um.
SKSK.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, passport bros. That's just the guys that go overseas to like for dating purposes. primarily. So I don't know if I would call myself a passport bro because, for example, I started going to Mexico for primarily work related reasons. So a lot of passport bro, when you say that, that gets confused with like sex tourist, which is that's no good. That's like, exploitative. But that's like, transactional. It's more like prostitution. I don't see that. I just happened to be a guy that was in Mexico for a few weeks and decided, yeah, I'm just gonna try the dating apps here. And it was like a million times better experience than in the US.
That's wild. So it just kinda happened.
Just kind of happened, yeah.
You
So,
just
but
got
it's
along.
so much better. It's so much better that it's hard to go back to the American cesspool after doing it in like Latin America. Even in El Salvador, the dating market is like it's just amazing.
Can
Uh,
you divulge a little bit on that? Like, what do you
yeah.
mean?
Well, like it's just easier to match with people and the girls are just more feminine, they're less flaky. You can just like ask them out. It's just easier logistically. They don't play games, you know, that kind of thing.
Interesting.
They're hotter, I would say, like way hotter, you know. That's just my opinion. So that's it. That's the thing. But then, some of them don't speak English. Most of them do. They like gringos too,
Oh,
like
I'm sure.
Mexicanas do.
It seems
So
like
do Salvadorinas do too.
yeah,
Uh, I'm sure they all do. I mean, it's just almost universal thing. But yeah, it's just better. Like I don't, because I have my kids every other week. So when I have my kids, obviously I have no social life. You know how having young kids around is kind of just like
yeah,
it's just you just don't have a social life, especially when you have to do all the cooking, cleaning, whatever. And but then the weeks I don't have them, I'm like in rural South Dakota, as you know, and it's like I've got nothing to do, so like yeah, I'm not gonna. That's why going to a foreign countries is just a much better experience because the type of the dating experience you have in America is worse, even if you're in a large city and it's already really small around here anyway. So it's limited options, and I mean I don't want to say less quality, but yeah, I mean less quality. I guess that's just a fact. So I don't know if that makes me a passport bro or like a Latina enjoyer or what it does, but it's just less dehumanizing, you know? So I think a lot of dating in America is just like a major humiliation ritual for men. And it's just like,
what
you
about
know,
for women?
it's bad for them too, because they have limited options. I mean, women don't really need men for money anymore. So it's like that's completely, even though that's still in our cultural sexual scripts. And even though there's still an expectation that men provide, like women don't need that anymore. They're not really looking for that type of quality.
A lot of women. I would argue that a lot of women still do need money from men, and that's why
Oh
they're
yeah.
looking to date.
I thought you're talking about like legit potential like partners. Well, of course, yes, of course, most of the women, need money and yeah, it's still seen as acceptable to use a man as a source of income, I guess you could say. So,
Which
yeah, that
you talked about that in one of your monologues. I listened to that, which you said is okay. I mean, what else are they gonna be looking for, right?
well, they're looking for something. I mean, you're looking for something in them, they're looking for something in you. I mean, if you're interested in a chick, it's not, chances are it's not only because of her amazing personality, like you like her big fake titties or,
I don't like fake tits.
or whatever you like, uh, you know. She looks good without her makeup. Something aesthetic, something superficial. And that's okay. So it's okay for women to like to want men for provider abilities, I guess you could say. I don't think that's a problem in and of itself. It's just more, is that the only thing they want? Because a gold digger's just a chick that wants stuff without intimacy. And I don't mean sex, because gold diggers will still sleep with you, but
Right, they'll rob you
that's
of,
not
like,
their, yeah.
emotional type of they won't have any emotional investment
Right,
whatsoever.
right. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. So
They'll starve you.
so that's, yeah. I mean,
I think we've all been there, like, honestly. I mean, if you've done any dating whatsoever.
yeah, a lot of men just don't anymore. I'm gonna have to go inside. Let's see, doing some chainsawing out here. Yeah, but you know, like I said, it is what it is. I don't think it's a problem as long as it's, not obviously if you're an older guy gonna date younger women, like younger women are not, oh, you think they just like your personality? Like there's gonna be some form of, you can give them something they can't get on their own. So you want beauty, they want resources, security. That isn't the problem. I don't think that's ever really been the problem. It's just more that, they don't, a lot of women don't need that, especially in America.
Right. Strong, independent women.
You know, they don't need it. So
And even if they're not, like, strong, independent women,
therefore,
they've
yeah,
got resources.
it's not a matter of need anymore. It's just a matter of, it's just women are fine being single. I mean, they just, a lot of them are.
Do you
That's it.
think
Or maybe they're not fine. I mean, everybody's mentally ill in America right now. Pretty much all demographics are.
yeah, we're all
Yeah, we're
out
all
this close
getting
to the edge.
dumber, fatter, and more fantasy based, and losing our reality testing abilities over time. We are. That's just a result of the culture. But
We're all doom scrolling our way to loserdom.
yeah, but having said that, like chicks aren't, they're okay with they'd rather be alone than be with a guy they feel is that they're settling for.
Yeah, true.
So that's just the issue.
What about guys?
Well, guys have just given up because it's so hard. If you're just average, the society doesn't, you don't really feel like you have much of a stake in society other than you're paying taxes. You can't really afford anything. A lot of dudes, even into their 30s, are living with their parents. You know, you call them losers, you call them whatever you want, but that the average man doesn't really make enough money to have any kind of like decent lifestyle. And therefore, since most women can get what, at least what the average man can get, they don't want an average man. Doesn't really
Right.
elevate their lifestyle. Although a lot of women are delusional. That's because that's the other side of the problem. And they overlook the fact that that's actually how you have a decent lifestyle today, is to have a two income household. So, you
That's
know,
the way, brother.
like a lot of people just will never have property without having a two income situation. So, there's a lot of reasons it's fucked up, but I don't even try to figure it out anymore. I just, like I said, you can date better, more grateful women in other countries, you know. So, or if you're older, I don't know if it's really a problem. Because, for example, all the things we've talked about, I think really only apply to like millennial and younger women. I don't think that it really applies to the older although it might. I don't know. I wouldn't know.
There's probably a lot of I don't know. There's probably a lot of gems out there, untouched gems that are just waiting, hoping somebody will give them the time of day. I mean, I see them, but I think
Really?
they're also delusional too, They're
You think there are a lot of untapped gems?
well, I think there's a few untapped gems out there, but I could be wrong. But a lot of them are people that we just
I
won't go
guess
for
guess
either.
guess it depends on what your definition of gem is. I mean, it's hard to find a woman over 30 who's single, and it's not for a good reason. Eh, it's hard to find a man who's single over 30 and not for a good reason too. You
Damn.
know, that's been my experience. I mean, women have a hard time. I know a lot of men are losers in their eyes or whatever. But in fact, that some of them call the male loneliness epidemic the male loser epidemic. You know,
Yeah.
there could be a truth across the board in a lot of things, but I would say it's more even average guys don't live lives that are very comfortable. They're pretty miserable, actually.
Yeah.
So that's why that's really the problem with the culture is you just have so many men dropping out of the workforce because they're like, fuck it, what's the point in even participating in a society if I can't afford to have a house? No women are interested in me or would be interested in me. And, therefore then you don't have any kids. It's like why bother even working and participating and supporting a society like that? And that's hard to argue with, I'd say. I think
Right.
that's hard to argue with that. But at the same time, what's the solution? You can't force women to like men. I mean, so there's not really I don't think a solution. It's just more an individual thing where you have to, I guess, solve the problem for yourself or just be celibate.
I think it is like an individual thing too, where you gotta, I mean, you definitely have to have something going on in your life. You gotta be somewhat driven or, you know, you gotta have something that you're working for. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
gotta you gotta be striving for some kind of greatness or, I don't know. I feel like, you just gotta, be trying. And there's just so many people that aren't they've quit trying, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's how I look at it. I try to never give up, but it's hard when you make a commentary on the state of culture and society and stuff. You have to, consider what's reasonable for the average person.
Right. The
So
average
the
person.
average person of average abilities, of an average temperament, and no one is really average because we all excel or have deficiencies in certain areas, or some of us have more deficiencies in very few things that we excel at, or nothing, but or vice versa. So no one's truly average, but that's, I guess, the point is just like everybody talks about how bad dating is in America, but the problem is I just don't think there's a solution.
What do you think of this whole Andrew Tate theology that you can just get rich and then get buff and then everything just works out?
A lot of that mindset stuff I don't think is harmful. Taking like the idea of taking responsibility for your plight and everything bad that happens to you is your fault in some way or another. Yeah, that kind of thing, going to the gym, having discipline. Yeah, I mean that builds agency. Most people aren't going to be able to get rich though. I mean, it's just a fact.
Right?
You can get rich if you try. I don't know if that's I would believe that for everybody. Yeah, I don't know. It's good. There's good to it, good and bad. I think his anti-feminist stuff is good. Oh, just overall, but like him personally, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really
I don't.
listened to Andrew Tate until I heard he got canceled, and then I was like, "What is going on here?" I always just thought he was a loudmouth, but I learned some good stuff from him, but there's also he's spews a lot of bullshit too.
Yeah, that's most of the red pill influencers. The
Right.
only one I consistently like is Myron
Myron
Gaines.
Myron Gaines, yeah.
It's
Boy, he really
so
got
funny.
deplatformed over on X. What happened to his X account? He got lost his blue check mark or something like that?
I have no idea. I
Yeah.
have no idea. Did he?
Oh, yeah,
That's too bad.
Elon dethroned him over there. I don't know what happened, but It was a big deal.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I'm
Lost
trying to
all of
look at it
his
right now.
Yeah, I think he lost all of his ex income.
When did you hear this?
This was in the last few months. I mean, probably in the last 6
Okay.
months. Mhm.
Well, he posts. I mean, I see him post.
I mean, he's still
Still on there?
posting, but yeah, does he have a check mark? No.
No.
No. So he lost all of his Twitter revenue,
Hmm. That's too bad. Do you get a
right?
lot of revenue when you have 300,000 followers?
I mean, if you're getting millions of impressions, yeah, probably decent.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yep. No, he was making some money over there for sure. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, but other than him, I think a lot of the red pill shit is just stupid or wrong.
Interesting.
You know, like another thing they say is, oh, the whole alpha male thing. I think is stupid because like modern American women, even in studies, don't prefer the so-called alpha male. They prefer betas.
Why? So they can control
They
them?
prefer beta losers. Yeah,
So they
so they
can
can
control,
so they can
manipulate, and control?
Young American men and women are more narcissistic these days. So when I say women are more narcissistic, I mean so are men too.
Right?
But since we're talking about women, young women are more narcissistic. So yes, they prefer beta losers because they're easy to manipulate. They don't want to date like this whole idea, oh, she wants to be with someone that's better than her is pretty much a myth when it comes to American women because the idea of being with someone that's better than them is like that's like narcissistic injury. They don't want to be with someone they think is better. They want to be with a manipulatable loser.
But they don't
I
like
mean,
them really. It's like they like
well,
the idea.
they don't respect them.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's what they want. So that's like the red pill is the route to women don't like so-called alpha males. Not in America, they don't.
No.
So, I mean,
They might be
yes,
attracted to
it's a
them.
myth. Well, they're not. I mean, they're
They're
just not.
not.
That's not what the studies show. So,
No. They want somebody that's gonna be nice to them, make them laugh, I think. I mean, honestly, if you can make women
yeah,
laugh
I mean, they
and have
want
a good
safe.
time. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, we're talking in generalities.
And they like money, that's for damn sure.
hmm There's always going to be the exceptions. I mean, so if you're just talking of in general, I think what I said is pretty much accurate.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
it doesn't hurt if you got a six pack and some biceps.
yeah. I mean, being fit is good. But like bodybuilders, you'd be surprised at like women don't want like huge muscle guys. That's another generality. There's huge like differences.
Right?
There's some like gym rat chicks really like guys that are like massive, but most women don't like bodybuilder type physiques. So it's just well, whatever. I mean, I don't care what American women want. I'm not like even in. It's not even worth
You're over it.
it's just not even worth worrying about or thinking about for me because it's just like
Damn. Because a lot of
I
us don't
don't
have passports, bro.
they don't even know what they want. So how do you can't deal with them on a rational level.
Rational. That's a good word.
Yeah, so I
Irrational.
mean, yeah, but that's it. That's my whole thing. I mean, I don't even know if I'm a passport bro. I just think I'm a non-American woman enjoyer, I guess. This whole shit is about Lauren Southern accusing Andrew Tate is pretty obscene as far as just how ridiculous it is.
Is it getting pretty wild?
It's not wild. It's just it amazes me just how little shame she has. But I guess it shouldn't surprise me. I think all these conservative female influencers are mostly scammers and grifters.
You think she's getting paid for it?
I think she's just trying to promote her book.
Wonder how many books she sold today.
Probably more than she sold yesterday.
Is it on Amazon?
I'm sure it is. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Let me look. I gotta see this.
But
Warren Southern.
and that's the thing. She put it behind a paywall, or she didn't put the Andrew Tate accusation stuff behind a paywall.
Damn, Lauren Southern. Oh, she's got one here. It's called "This Is Not Real Life." It's only a 2.8-star review with 7 reviews. Published July 13th. That's not doing so hot. Damn. So that one just came out, but she's got one from December 2016. It's called "How Baby Boomers, Immigrants, and Islam Screwed My Generation." Now it's got 4.5 stars and 1,500 reviews.
Yeah.
So I guess that one's doing okay, but the one that just came out is not doing so hot.
Well, anyway, I just find it obscene. Just so low. Yeah, but that's your average conservative woman. She just like nobody believes any of this. It's just so stupid. But
Right.
that's what they'll do. That's what they'll do. That's why I don't trust them. I don't trust, yeah, I guess I don't trust female. I don't trust influencers, period, I guess, but definitely not one of these LARPing conservative women, though.
LARPing?
Live action role playing.
Yeah. And Pearl Davis,
So,
is she LARPing?
yeah, she is LARPing because she's not even married.
Hmm,
Why is she telling? Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's another one I don't take seriously.
interesting.
Yeah, is it? I don't know. Is any of this interesting?
Maybe. I mean, I kinda like Pearl Davis, but I see what you're saying. She's kind of a like, she's a grifter too, but I feel like she'd be more trustworthy than she but who knows? She's an American woman.
Yeah.
She's kinda dry.
And they're just all boring too. Like, that's the other thing. Is they're just fucking boring.
But a lot like your average dude, he's not gonna go, you know, get a passport and become a passport bro because he just doesn't have the money. So what's he gonna do?
Move. Just move. Move overseas.
Damn.
You don't have to you don't have to travel, just go move there. It's cheaper. It's way cheaper there. If you have an online job or like some way to make money. If you can do what's called geo arbitrage, make money in dollars, and then spend in the local currency, like that's yeah, you save a fuckload of money. But if you can't do that and you're stuck in the US, shit, I don't know what you're gonna do. Good luck to you.
You ever heard of the Mennonites?
If you want to go to a church to find a chick, man, that's really reaching. Also, may not be beneficial either, because the final form. There's this saying like the final form of the hoe is religion, or like being super religious.
Wow.
So not all the women you meet at church are. I guess what I'm saying is they're going to be like these trad wives you think they are. So I
Well,
don't know what the solution is. Like I said, listen, some problems don't have solutions. Most problems don't have solutions. This is a problem that just doesn't have a solution. And the faster I think people try to, or the faster dudes accept that, the better. You know?
right? I mean, do you think there's even such a thing as a real trad wife?
Oh yeah, sure, but she's in fucking Jalalabad. She's not in
No.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Not here.
Yeah, not here. Not likely to be here. Put it to you that way.
I feel like there's more women that are but I mean, I don't know. I guess it feels like I see them, but I don't know. Like that are going more trad, like a trad movement type
That's just
where they're
just for
just
male attention.
yeah, probably.
It's just male. It's just more attention seeking. You know, it's. I don't think it's genuine.
What
Why
would
should
be
they go back? Why should they be trad? I don't know why if I was a woman, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be. I mean, you know,
yeah?
I think women are doing better than a lot of men want to admit. They're doing just fine. I mean, they don't want men. That's just the truth. We got to face reality at some point. In most cases today, they don't need you. And if they don't need you, they don't want you. So I don't
They
know.
they just want
I think it's more depressing if you just try to deny that. I'm like fine with it. It doesn't depress me at all. But, you know,
yeah. I mean, I get
it is
depressed,
what it is.
but I'm like, it's whatever, you know? Like, I mean, I do think that the feminist
None of this matters. None of this will matter. And then,
in the end, none of it matters. But yeah,
well, it's like that's like the Stoic philosophers, you know. In 100 years, no one will even know that whatever thing you're worried about right now was ever a problem,
right?
you know. So it's actually a healthy way of looking at things, I think. But people find it depressing, you know. I mean,
It's pretty depressing. A bunch of
I
incel
don't see
motherfuckers.
why. Well, you just have to come find a solution for yourself.
Right.
I mean, what else can you do?
Yeah, you have to be I guess you're just gonna have to find something that makes you reasonably happy in life. And, I mean, not a lot of people are gonna be able to just uproot or move to a different culture, but our
Yeah, a
culture
lot
is
of people won't.
definitely
I know they won't.
like,
So,
I
but
couldn't
I
see it
don't know what else
until
to
I
do.
went through a divorce, and I've been through different, girlfriends and things just didn't work out, and I'm not saying I'm not wrong about a lot of things, but, like, it just became clear to me, I got red pilled or whatever, and you get sort of jaded towards the feminist movement, but you just see that, like, it doesn't matter where you go, it's like life revolves around women, and it was very and it
Yeah,
was
that's
even clear.
yeah.
Just go to a wedding. Just go to a wedding. You'll s like, what's it all about? It's all about the bride. Nobody gives a fuck about the man. It's all about elevating the woman. Why?
Mhm. I don't know. It's just the way it is. That's the way it always has been. I don't know.
Who do we stand up for at a wedding?
The bride.
Why not the man? He's the provider. He's the leader, right?
Yeah, but he isn't anymore. That's
No.
just what I was trying to tell you. Where like women don't need provider. So that's the funny thing. That's actually kind of paradoxical. Is they don't need provider men, but they want provider men, like in the sense that they don't want beta providers, or they don't need beta providers. But the studies show modern American women preferred beta providers. And but that's not. I don't think that's really confusing. That's just if you understand that young people in general, women and men, are more narcissistic, and we're in a very narcissistic culture. That makes complete sense.
Yes, everyone is narcissistic.
So, well, it's just that's just the way the culture is. You know, most women are, most young women are not narcissists. A very small minority are, but they score higher in narcissistic traits than previous generations. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you couple that with the fact that there's no economic need anymore? That's why you have what you have. And I don't is it right? Is it wrong? I don't know. I would make a value judgment either way. Not good for birth rates, and a lot of men are really depressed. But like I said, I don't know what the answer is.
I don't know. I don't know either, man. You have to be careful out there.
Like it's a problem, but
I meet more broken men than I meet broken women. I meet plenty of women that are, you know, broken up, and they act like they're hurt, but they they try to make it sound like they are, but they don't really look like they're hurting that bad. But like when you talk to guys, like dudes are hurting. Like when they get broken up on, they're fucking devastated, like for a long time.
well, yeah. I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, men have always handled breakups worse than women. I think just in general, women just can always move on much quicker. At least it seems that way. But before a breakup, women usually mentally check out long before they physically leave. So
Right.
that's why it seems like they move on quicker. But I don't know.
Do you
I
know
mean,
I mean, do you know anybody that's got, like, let's just say an American family, like, do you got any examples off the top of your head of people that not asking for any specific examples, but, like, do you know anybody that's, like, happily married and they, like, just genuinely love each other, or is
well, I don't know. You never know because do you really know what people are like? I mean, if you only know their public facing, like how they interact. I mean, I don't know that the people that I really know that I would know if their marriage was bad. Yeah, there's a few, I guess, that are much older.
yeah?
Not many young people, you know, not
I've
many
known
young
quite a
people, I
few.
would say,
I've
but
known quite a few that were, like, happy.
it's, yeah, it's there.
It's there. But then
It's
I've
there.
also known equally as many that were just, like, cucked and subservient to their wives and
Yeah, I mean,
disgustingly unhappy.
yeah, well, I think most married people are unhappy. And our generation is liable to be very unhappy, mine and younger. It's just we don't have I don't know that we really have the ability for lifetime monogamy anymore. I mean, it just doesn't seem practical. It doesn't seem really workable anymore. So that's why you rent and don't buy.
Rent.
Rent, don't buy. There's even talk by some, like, in academia, like maybe there should be, instead of lifelong marriage contracts, you should have like 10-year contracts or 8-year marriage contracts. And that's actually not really a bad idea
That's
because,
wild.
you get married, you have kids, that you're around for the kids' formative years, when they form their personality. So you ensure that you're together for the 6 years that the kids, so they don't end up like borderline maniacs.
Wow.
And after 8-year period, then you can go your separate ways, renew it, whatever. I mean, that's more realistic because otherwise, most marriages end in divorce these days, over 50%,
Is it over 50% now?
over 50%.
What percentage of those are filed by women versus men?
Well, it's over 70%, 70 to 80% of are filed by women.
That's wild, man. I mean, I'm divorced. I didn't file for divorce.
Yeah. So that's why, I mean, it's maybe not, it's not the marriage is just a very bad deal. Ironically, especially if you're a provider, man, it's a very bad deal.
I was divorced with 5 kids. It was brutal, man.
So you
It
gotta,
takes a long time to
you
recover.
gotta be careful.
You do not bounce back from that. You don't bounce. You
No, I mean, it's very traumatic. Divorce is very, very, very traumatic, especially for men, statistically, very extremely traumatic.
you gotta dig your way
Some
out of
men need
shit.
it though. A lot of men, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of men that need that kind of trauma in their life because up until that point, they don't really experience much hardship. So they need that trauma, that divorce to actually change,
Right. I mean,
you
I
know.
can definitely see that about myself, like, I mean, it's revealed what do you
It
call
was
that?
true about me for sure.
Like, that codependency factor, like
Uh-huh.
and then if you go through a few girlfriends, like, it'll work on your codependency to where you're definitely more independent for sure,
Yeah.
like, as a man,
Yep.
which
Yeah, that's what you need. And that's the other thing. A lot of women just don't want to be mommies to, guys who can't grow up. And that's a huge problem actually for both men and women is they're stuck in perpetual adolescence. People don't grow up mentally. I'm not kidding though. That's a serious thing. They call it bluebird syndrome.
I've never even heard of that.
Just yeah,
Bluebird syndrome?
that yep, but it's just happening all over the world. Just the younger generations just refuse to be adults.
Wow.
So
Hi, Momo. Looks like Momo came in here and asked Blue Jays. Do you see that question?
no, Blue Jays what?
Do you see the chat below?
You're gonna actually look at it. Let me open it up. Blue Jays. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's the term you just called guys that are just
No,
still.
blue. It's called bluebird syndrome.
Oh, bluebird syndrome. Sorry.
I'm not sure what the etymology of that is. I just that's just what it's called. It's the idea that young people do not they have an adolescent mindset well past well into their 30s, 40s, and even later.
Jeez.
I mean, you know people like that. Everybody does. Someone
Yeah.
who just has like a kid, like they don't have their shit together.
Mm.
These are the people that are perpetually in debt for dumb reasons and, don't move out of their parents' house. They view relationships very childlike. It's everybody knows everybody. A lot of people have family members like that, you know.
Yeah.
So
We all know somebody like that.
that's pretty, I'd say, common. But
Mama's boy. It's another word for it.
yeah, well, that's the thing. Maybe it's true that men are becoming more less and less attractive too over time.
For real. Yeah, for real. Unless they've got like a good head on their shoulders and they're like driven with some like, I don't know, just a little bit of ambition, it just seems like.
So yeah, but I mean, it could be true that men are less attractive these days and women are more delusional. Both of those things might be true.
Yeah, it's
I
I
don't.
think
I
it's
mean,
both true. It's both true.
you know. So, but like I said, I don't really think there's a reason to try to fix it. I mean, as far as I'm concerned,
What do you think the pendulum swings back? Like, so
no,
it's no?
no, no. Not
Really?
not barring some major societal catastrophe. Why would it?
That's what I was thinking too. That's exactly what I was thinking. Unless we had some catastrophe or like a war that, you know, balanced the scales, that pendulum's probably not gonna swing back much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it will at all. I think that I think our civilization will collapse before that changes, if it ever changes. Who knows? Will it need to change with all this AI shit? Maybe pretty soon you'll be able to create a robot girlfriend to your specification.
That's wild.
Who knows what's possible?
I mean, I think
That's
it's just hard to find like intimacy and real connection without some kind of distraction. I mean, even like
well,
guys, just trying to find friendships, with people that aren't like totally distracted for more than like 5-10 minutes.
yeah. I mean, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Intimacy, I mean, people want intimacy, but a lot of people are incapable of intimacy, you know. If you spent your life, your whole experience with intimacy is just in a casual sex type setting, like many young people, just short-term relationships, where you divorce sex from intimacy. How do you, when you're 30, 35 years old, just like rewire your neural circuitry? It's really not possible. So,
It takes some discipline. I mean, you'd have to be disciplined and committed.
yeah, I mean, I'd say it's just not possible. I just don't think for people that were raised, people that whatever. I mean, for whatever reason, if you have a personality disorder, whatever, like if you don't have the model of like healthy monogamy, and then all your relationship experience is just short term casual sex, you're not going to ever really be capable of normal intimacy. I have serious doubts whether you really will even be capable of it.
I think a lot of people would be just happy with some casual sex, but they can't even get that because they just like they're so fucking awkward. They can't even talk to a girl, or like, you know what I mean?
A lot of men would like casual sex. A lot of women, I mean, women do like it, here and there, but it sucks.
Absolutely. Momo says no one
There's a
wants to
lot of,
date single parents. I don't think that's true.
well, yeah, that's the other thing too.
I mean, they might for a while. I don't know. I think it's just like you said, maybe for a while.
People don't want to date single moms. Single dads are a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah, the single mom thing is, yeah, there's just more awareness of like how much of a, there's just more men preaching the don't date single moms thing. So single moms are, yes,
Man,
they're
they're coming
down
down
in the
hard on
dating
that right
market.
now, for sure. Like, uh,
Yeah,
in the manosphere, that's definitely preached on big time.
right. I mean, whatever. It's still going to be easier for a single mom to get laid than your average single dad, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Being a single dad doesn't really help you, but it just doesn't hurt you in the same way that it hurts moms. And it does hurt you somewhat. I mean, like I said, in the American dating market, like, well, the women don't want provider or they don't want alpha, like assertive, successful, ambitious guys. They do not want that. So all these influencers saying that women, you need to be an alpha to get women, not
Mhm.
American women. That's not true. Yeah, they don't like alpha men.
Right.
They do not. So
They're
that's a
gonna go
lie.
for the guy that's subservient, for real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But
all that
he
red
better,
pill shit is a lark.
they wanna try to pick the best of that world, and so, yeah.
That's what I said. I mean, I just, it's fine with me.
This guy
You guys
says
have fun with them.
this guy says he was roommates with a single mom, she was a mess.
Oh man, imagine being a
Jeez.
roommate with a woman. Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong. I have seen more single moms that are just I mean, it's pretty bad. Like, I mean,
Well, I
wow.
had that on TikTok the other day. Like you
Whoa.
date these American chicks. They have a dog or two cats, and they treat the dog and the cat like their babies. Their house is a fucking disaster. It's a mess. Their bed is unmade. Like,
You should just check their car first. Like,
oh
that's
yeah,
my
I mean that's
advice.
a
If
good
you look
sign.
in their
That's a
car and
good,
there's fucking Happy Meals everywhere, empty Happy Meals and, like, bottles and trash, I'm just no. Uh-uh.
yeah. That's probably a good heuristic, honestly.
I'm serious, man.
Because
Like, that's a
chicks have
great thing to look
disgusting
for. You
cars.
go
Yeah,
look at
no,
a
that's
car,
true.
just
I agree with that actually 100%. You're not lying. You're telling no lies.
no lies
Yeah,
spoken.
oh man, yeah, that's the thing, It's to the point where like if I meet an American chick and happen to go into her car and her car's like super clean, I'm like kind
Whoa.
of like I'm a little bit like, okay, this seems fake. Like she probably cleaned it out before I got here. Like she probably took this bitch to get detailed. Because it's just so not normal to see have like messy, disgusting fucking cars, with like, oh, it's just gross. Like the front passenger seat becomes like a garbage can,
Oh my gosh. Front seat, back seat, every
you
crack
know?
and crevice is just filled with ick. Yeah.
It is what it is. And it's hilarious. You see like a chick that's like dolled up, has like a pound, like a gallon of makeup on her face. And she pulls up in her fucking Subaru or whatever, and she gets out of a car that's like a garbage dumpster. And she looks great, but it's like behind a wall of makeup. It's like, dude, that is like
That's wild.
that's a good image to put in your head. Like this chick that's like normally a 6, looking like a 9, getting out of a Subaru overflowing with trash. It's like just man,
Yeah. If you
that's
find a
that's
single
the
mom
image.
that her house is clean and it doesn't look like a hoarder, that's a unicorn. I'm not saying she's gonna work out. I mean, it's
Yeah.
probably still gonna suck, but that's at
Yeah,
least
if you
it's
like
not
that kind of thing.
filth.
Yeah, if you like that kind of thing, like I said, I don't know. I don't want to put myself through the trauma of it anymore. Well, that's American men and women have just traumatized each other too much. Like we just don't like each other anymore. It's just that simple.
Yeah,
there's good reasons for distrust on both sides. So that's my main thing is I just,
which is still nice to women.
the passport. I like
But
women.
yeah,
I like
yeah,
American women. I don't have a problem with them. I just don't want to date them. That's it. That's all.
fair enough. Fair enough.
But I don't hate them or begrudge them of any of their success.
So you're not a
Nor do
misogynist,
I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I think I'm just a cultural observer. I just try to be truthful.
right?
You
Momo
know,
says there's a good reason to keep the He-Man Woman Hater Club a male-only space.
well, whenever women come into it, it's always suspect. That's why I say, don't let the Lauren Southerns of the world into your movement because, she's just gonna use it for attention.
Right.
So I just, yeah, I don't trust them.
I don't either. I'm very distrusting. Yeah, for sure. For good reasons. I
Yeah.
mean,
So yeah, we're all just, it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, I think that was a good hour.
yeah, that's a good hour. We're getting there. We're getting our little steamroll of content here. A good little start. And yeah, just
It's
we'll keep
good,
the
man.
ball rolling. And pretty soon here we'll publish on all the platforms and we'll have a few episodes out there and we'll keep the ball rolling every day. And
Sounds good. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
yep, any days that I'm not here, Doc's gonna be on. And if he can't be on, I'll try to be on. But yeah, we're gonna try to be on at 8 a.m. Central Time every day, guys. So
All
thanks
right.
for
I'll
joining us.
see you. All right. Peace.
Peace.